Ruben Amorim has the worst record as a Manchester United manager after World War II. That's crazy. Hello guys, I hope you all are doing well today. Welcome to ID Talk TV. In this video, I'll bring you some of the latest football news and latest update at Chelsea Football Club, and also the latest from the red side of Manchester United concerning Ruben Amorim. If he will still be at the end of affair as Manchester United manager, or will definitely be shown the exit, as the odds and statistics around his managerial stay at Manchester United is on the negative side. Okay, stay tuned. Let me take you around the latest in football in Chelsea Football Club. A couple of days ago, Chelsea reached an agreement with RC Strasbourg to sign the 22-year-old Dutch international. A pre-contract agreement was reached for 7 years deal, and it was agreed that the Dutch international, talking about Emegha, will join Chelsea in 2026. But after that agreement, pre-contract agreement was reached, that didn't go down with some quarter of the Strasbourg fan. And in their League One match against Le Havre over the weekend, banner was raised in an unfair treatment to Emegha. Some of the inscription on the banner read, Emegha is a pawn of Bluco. And as such, some of the inscription read, he should drop the captain armband. And after all of this happening, Rosenio, talking about the RC Strasbourg manager, released a statement. Take a look at the statement from RC Strasbourg manager. Liam Rosenio on Strasbourg fans' treatment of Emegha after announcement of his move to Chelsea. Emegha was devastated, and so was I. I am very disappointed with what I saw. Seeing banner against one of the best players last season is unacceptable. My player deserve much more. They have an impeccable mindset and do not deserve this treatment. We are in a pivotal season in which we will play in the European Cup, but it seems that a minority is not happy with this performance. It won't change anything at all because I remain very proud of my players, and Emegha will remain captain as long as he is there. It is still necessary to emphasize that this does not concern everyone, but a minority. This is coming from Liam Rosenio talking about the RC Strasbourg manager, and I think that statement from the manager was quite apt, trying to clear the air and calm the tension and giving the much desired confidence to his players, talking about Emegha. But then, like the manager said, this is not coming from majority of the fans. It's actually coming from certain quarter that felt they are not really happy, and they are feeling like they have been betrayed by Emegha and Bluco. And that is why some of the inscription on the banner read, Emegha is a pawn of Bluco, and that he should drop the captain armband. So the manager actually came out to clear the air. He is very happy with his players, and as such, in as much as Emegha is still in the club, he will remain the captain of the club. And so, having said that, he went on to actually talk to the conscience of the fans that this is not supposed to be coming at this point in time when they have crucial European Cup competition to participate in. Emegha was arguably the best player in RC Strasbourg last season and was very instrumental for their success and in qualification for European Cup. But with all of this going on, here's my take and here's my honest take to the Strasbourg fans. Now, the Strasbourg fans should know that in the first place, Emegha was not signed to stay in Strasbourg, in as much as that move was permanent. He was signed to be a future player for Chelsea. This is just the reality. It's a bitter truth that some fans will not want to take, and the more reason some of them does not even appreciate or does not want the multi-club ownership system in football. They prefer a sole ownership, and that has been what has been working in the past. But currently, it's happening in football. The multi-club ownership has come to stay, and Bluco ownership has the majority shares in Strasbourg Football Club, and as such are the owner of RC Strasbourg. So whatever the grievances of the fans is, they should also have the interest of the club at heart. The minority that are actually doing this should know that Chelsea have signed several contracts. Chelsea have entered into several contracts of this nature, and that is why this season also, they should not forget, Bluco have actually signed El Cinso from Brighton on a permanent deal to Strasbourg for the future of Chelsea. So I don't know, should Should El Cinso turn out to be a hit in RC Strasbourg and Chelsea want him back, probably the fans will raise eyebrow again. So we hope to see how this will play out in the near future. But for the RC Strasbourg fans, they have to put on their act and be behind the club at this crucial moment of the club history, having qualified to play in European Cup. But then Chelsea are monitoring the situation, and Bluco are also monitoring the situation. Should it gone beyond control, Emegha might just be in Chelsea earlier than expected. So take a look at the report from Chelsea, from Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea will decide in the next month whether they want to bring Emegha into the squad in January or next summer. With both being possibilities, Juventus were one of the clubs interested, as well as Aston Villa and Bayern Munich earlier on. The report went on to say Emegha could join Chelsea's Maresca squad as soon as January, with the Blues monitoring both their own strikers and its progress ahead of the next transfer window. That might just be the possibilities if the fans doesn't want to give Emegha the much needed atmosphere to continue to thrive and develop his career. So this is what I see happening. Emegha might just be joining Chelsea in January. What do you think? What do you make of this situation? Do you see Emegha joining Chelsea as early as January? Or do you see him joining in the summer as earlier agreed in that contract? Drop your comment down below. Okay, one man is in the news and is for a very good reason. Take a look at the report on Moses Caicedo. Chelsea want to negotiate and advance on new contract for Moses Caicedo. Chelsea want to give him what he truly deserves to avoid potential problems with other clubs in next year. Coming from Fabrizio Romano. The report went on to say Chelsea are looking to extend Moses Caicedo's contract with a pay rise, which could take him to a salary of £200,000 plus. That was quite interesting. Good to hear and good to see, and in my opinion, well deserved. Moses Caicedo has been a machine in the art of Chelsea football, and as such, the work rate and what he has become so far in Chelsea, he actually deserves a new contract and a pay rise. Currently, Moses Caicedo earns around £150,000 in Chelsea Football Club, and with this new contract, it could rise above £200,000. I think Moses Caicedo deserves the new contract, and as such, hurry up, sign your contract, bro. You deserve it, and to avoid stories that touch, because some of these big clubs might just be monitoring the situation and come around to tempt Moses Caicedo with one big wage. But then Moses Caicedo have doped his act for Chelsea Football Club and is ready to sign his new contract. Respect to Moses Caicedo and big ups to him. Okay, let's move on. What Chelsea actually expected to happen during the summer, when the summer transfer window was still on, after it was reported that Levi Colwill has sustained an ACL injury. Chelsea didn't do that, but the report is coming now. Take a look at this. Chelsea plans for 2026. I am told Chelsea are looking at several opportunities, for example, at centre-backs. If there is a young player with some good quality, then for Chelsea, it's always time for a good opportunity, currently tracking many talents, especially from abroad. That's coming from Fabrizio Romano, talking about Chelsea plans for 2026. I think Enzo Maresca has been one man who actually said he needs a centre-back. And when you talk of a centre-back, it means a proper centre-back that can play at the heart of the defense. Having lost Levi Colwill to injury, no disrespect to Tosin Adarabioyo, he feels he doesn't have Levi Colwill's replacement so far in the team. And Chelsea are coming with this report at this very time. Haven't seen the lapses that went down between Brentford and Chelsea over the weekend. And I think Chelsea should actually act fast in that direction. The plan, the news, the report is coming out now. And one thing I have noticed, or I am noticing, it seems Chelsea actually brought in Jorel Ato to deputize or to Marc Cucurella, should Marc Cucurella is absent in a game, whether through injury or suspension. But as it stands, Chelsea doesn't feel comfortable to use Jorel Ato as a centre-back. We hope to see, probably in the near future, it might play the left centre-back side, just the way Trevor Chalobah is currently doing. But Chelsea are in their need of a centre-back that can play the heart the way Levi Colwill has turned himself to be a beast in that centre-back for Chelsea. So we'll see how this will play out in the coming days. Now, Fabrizio Romano have this to say about Fermin Lopez after it was reported in the dying minutes of the summer transfer window that Chelsea were interested in signing the Barcelona attacking midfielder, talking about Fermin Lopez. Check the report from Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea offered €40 million to sign Fermin Lopez. That money was never going to be enough to convince Barcelona. From what I have told, Chelsea signed that bid, even though they knew that the deal was almost impossible, because they really wanted to make the player feel that their interest is concrete. They really believe Fermin could be perfect for what they are building at Chelsea. Interesting. But I see this as a joke. A joke in the sense that Fermin Lopez might actually be in the radar for Chelsea, probably in the future. But as it stands, Chelsea were not having the money to actually get Fermin Lopez. The more reason Chelsea did not actually bid for Xavi Simons, because we couldn't sell Nicholas Jackson. But that's by the way. I think the bottom line in all of this that is coming out now is that Chelsea were not having the money. And talking about Fermin Lopez, by the way, over the weekend, Barcelona trashed Valencia by 6-0, with Fermin Lopez gotten a brace in that encounter. Rafinha a brace, and Lewandowski also have got a brace in that encounter. So I think Fermin Lopez is actually showing Chelsea what they will actually get should we eventually get Lopez in the near future. I would love to see Lopez in the Chelsea column someday in the future, but we hope to see how this will definitely play out. So we will be keeping tab on that to see whether Chelsea in the near future will go for Fermin Lopez. All right, let's switch gears and head over to Manchester United. A lot has been happening. A lot of reaction have been trailing the game against Manchester City, where Manchester United lost by 3-0. And one man have actually been on the hot seat, talking about Ruben Amorim. I mean, the reports coming out are all the odds are against Ruben Amorim. And personally, in my opinion, I don't think Ruben Amorim is going to succeed the heat that is coming out from Manchester United. Now, check the latest report coming from the touchline. Breaking. The Man United dressing room are losing confidence in Amorim's system. There is growing crisis at Old Trafford. Certainly, there is crisis in Manchester United. The Man United dressing room are losing confidence in Ruben Amorim. They have been losing confidence on him for a very long time. Reason being that they have not been talking. And now they have started talking because the situation is getting out of control. Currently, it is crystal clear that Ruben Amorim is not the man for Manchester United job. Ruben Amorim cannot take Manchester United out of the current situation Manchester United are in currently, because the players are beginning to lose confidence in the manager. And the manager himself doesn't have the required statistics that can actually keep him to get the job. Ruben Amorim was asked, when will he realize that his philosophy is not actually working for him in a post-match conference? And he said, he will continue to stick to his philosophy, and if they don't want him, they should change the man. Invariably, like I said in my previous video yesterday, he's invariably calling for a sack. And I think Amorim has actually given Manchester United the leeway in order to show him the exit, because currently I don't see him actually getting Manchester United back to their feet. All the odds are against him. All the odds are against him. Check this report that is coming in. Breaking. Bruno Fernandes is unhappy with the deeper midfield role that Ruben Amorim has given him. That is the problem. That is the division in the dressing room. Because if players are beginning to complain about the tactics of a manager and how he uses them, it shows that they don't have that confidence any longer in the manager. Because whatever Ruben Amorim is doing now, probably is doing it under trial by error. And that is in this current era, in this time of football, that is not the kind of manager that clubs are actually looking for now. Clubs, don't know the days where clubs are looking for managers with CV. What clubs are actually looking for now? They are looking for managers with ideas, and they will look and they want you to come and tell them if your ideas can actually bring them the trophy, or your ideas can actually give them the desired result which they actually want. So currently at this time, Manchester United are in a mess, in a real deep mess. The word crisis might just be an understatement. Manchester United are in a mess, and Ruben Amorim is, might just be part of the problem. Let me not say is the problem. Might just be part of the problem, because what is currently happening in Manchester United, in my opinion, might not just be the problem of the manager alone. The club generally have a problem. And that is where they have to start. They have to start somewhere to fix this problem before they can get it right with the manager. But a manager with a very good idea can actually work out things for the on-field players, and also to make sure that United fans are actually looking at something to hold. We can take a look at a couple of players that have actually left the club. They left Manchester United under Ruben Amorim, and they are doing perfectly well elsewhere. They are actually getting to revive back their career. That goes to show that Ruben Amorim, as a Manchester United manager, is not doing something right. So, the report went on to say, and this is from Wayne Rooney on Ruben Amorim's United, nearly a year on, and it's less than 1 point a game. That's relegation form. We can't even see a pattern of play. This is coming from a Manchester United manager, and actually it's almost getting to a year when Manchester United signed Ruben Amorim to take over at the end of affair when Eric Ten Hag was sacked. Now, going to a year, report has it that Ruben Amorim have only won 8 matches as a Manchester United manager. The record is terrible, and that is why the report went on to say, check this out, Ruben Amorim has 8 wins in 31 Premier League games, the worst record of any Manchester United manager since World War II. This is crazy, man. Ruben Amorim has 8 wins in 31 Premier League games for Manchester United. Only 8 wins in 31 Premier League games for Manchester United. Like when Rooney said, averagely less than 1 point per game. And if you check the total, in all he has acquired as a Manchester United manager, Ruben Amorim has actually gained 31 points from 31 games. That record is bizarre. It's terrible. It's a very terrible record. And like the report said, the worst record of any Manchester United manager since World War II. Wow. I don't think Chelsea Football Club or any club will be seeing a manager performing in this manner and still leave the manager with his job. But in all of this, with all of this happening around Ruben Amorim, one man is still giving Ruben Amorim the backing to remain as Manchester United manager. Check this report. New. Man United have 4 points from 4 games and a Grimsby Cup exit. Yet Sir Jim Ratcliffe still back Ruben Amorim despite players' doubt. That's incredible. Ruben Amorim still get the backing of Sir Jim Ratcliffe. So, and that leaves Manchester United in a very precarious situation. If the English billionaire is backing Ruben Amorim, and probably he have a stake in the club that I don't know. I only just know he's a billionaire in UK, a chemical engineer, the founder of Ineos chemical company. So probably he have a stake at Manchester United, and he's still giving Ruben Amorim the much needed backing he desired. Then Manchester United are in a deep mess, and how they will come out of this is left to be seen. So that is it from Manchester United, and we're going to end this because some Manchester United fans are beginning to act crazy. We don't know if what Manchester United is going through is beginning to get over some of their fans, that some might actually lost their sense of reasoning, or some are lost their sense of responsibility. But in my opinion, it shows that the fan doesn't have any responsibility on his shoulder. Take a look at this report. Manchester City have sacked a bar worker who turned up for the Manchester Derby on Sunday wearing a United shirt. I think that player that fan might just be one sort of a clown. It's just like saying I am looking for a job. At the end, Arsenal Football Club employed me as a barman in Arsenal Football Club. And the day Arsenal and Chelsea are to play, because I'm a Chelsea fan, inside my jacket, I put on Chelsea's jersey and unzip it. No. That's just what that Manchester United fan has done. It's a clown. That attitude is an attitude of a clown. At this age and time, you should be able to act professionally when it comes to your job. Be responsible. This is your job, and nobody at this point in time will play with his job. In as much as football is fun, is entertainment, as a fan, you don't need to go crazy and lose your sense of responsibility. Come on. At this age, where you are actually getting your daily income and you are that is putting food on your table, you want to show you are a Manchester United fan in a Manchester City bar. I think I don't support that attitude. I just believe the fan have actually gotten what it deserved. The sack was just what was good for him. Take a look at another Manchester United fan. This is crazy. Let's end on this. Under Ruben Amorim, Manchester United have never won back-to-back Premier League games. There is a fan who is not cutting his hair until United wins 5 games in a row. This is crazy. This is crazy. If this report is true anyway, that Ruben Amorim has never won a back-to-back game in a Premier League. And one fan is actually keeping his hair to see when Ruben Amorim and Manchester United will win 5 games in a row before he could have his hair cut. So what do you make of all the latest happening? I have just brought to you the Emegha situation. That the fans are not happy. They actually saw Emegha as a betrayer. And also Ruben Amorim. Should Manchester United keep Ruben Amorim, having gotten the backing of Sir Jim Ratcliffe? What is your take in all of this? Drop your comment below. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.